University Stadium, home to the Lobos of the University of New Mexico, and the fans here are fired up for this clash. And the Lobos will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors offense will go on the attack first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
And the Rainbow Warriors are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll run the option. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Davis looking to pass. Fires one high and deep. And the DB right with him to knock it away. All right, guys, let's talk for a second about Hawaii. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools.
It's a fumble! How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. And the Rainbow Warriors will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. So New Mexico's offense will take the field for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit...
Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on third down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The Rainbow Warriors, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. On the option. He'll pitch it. Past the 40. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rainbow Warriors, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here comes the option. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Hawaii.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They go to the ground. Got a little space. Turning it on.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Lobos come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
There he goes. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish
ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far.
10, Hawaii, 7.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. He'll do it himself. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a...
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, great zone coverage in the back end by this defense. A lot of eyeballs on the quarterback. Great job. The ball comes out, and you can see, Jesse, that defensive secondary on a string, break on the football, and they go force the INT.
And that's what this defense wants to do. They want to win first and second down, bring their dime personnel on the field third and long, play that zone defense. There's nowhere for you to throw the football, and they get a critical takeaway.
Brown will throw it. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Off the play fake. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Lobos! Haul that baby in and then stroll it into the end zone for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. And this sophomore signal caller really seems to be out of sorts, not exactly sure what he's seeing. There's been next to zero execution in the passing game. They haven't taken care of the football, and they'll try to get something going, and they'll have to mount a rally. Trying play action. Gonna let it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Might be calling a hot route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Lobos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Lobos will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Lobos with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got some space. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Lobos are moving quickly down the field. Got it in the middle. It's Albright. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Lobos pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, 1st down. Brown wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job of...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Here comes the heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Sends it downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away, doing it clean. No PI on that one.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Gets away from one. He's got space. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Got enough space. Touchdown, New Mexico. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew.
He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
At the 43-yard line. And that's a first down for the offense.
Just keep slinging it. Pocket breaking down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Rainbow Warriors headed quickly to the line. Davis will throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be second down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying to find the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Warriors.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
31, Hawaii, 14.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. The Rainbow They'll try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Brown will throw it. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Lobos will call on their punt team. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Using his legs to buy some time. Fires downfield. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Well, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. And the Lobos really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Blair. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Lobos have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about shipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Brown wants to pass. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. After the short completion, do they go for the big one on 3rd down? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snagged in the middle. It's Hall. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. And the Lobos will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab on the left. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Rainbow Warriors lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Really good job by this offense, understanding where the sticks are. It's third down and short. The QB makes the pitch, good, accurate pitch, and then he does the rest.
He's going to fire deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. They're dealing with a second and long. The play action fake. Rushes on him. Fires on the move. Complete to the left. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The Rainbow Warriors can really attack on this second and short. Davis looking to pass. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on second down. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Muscling ahead on third and short. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. That's the end of the period, and New Mexico has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. They'll run it from the gun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Lobos will hustle to the line. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ballgame, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
The give on the inside. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Brown will throw it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he's made 1 already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Syracuse picked a bad day to have a bad day. The once proud tradition Dick McPherson built there in central New York, we're a long way from that right now. They're trailing by 15 to North Carolina. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And the Lobos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Lobos will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Davis will throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage from no gain on the play. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need
the fake, and he lost a throw. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Now New Mexico Mexico will go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. The corners are walked up tight. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. The quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is